What's up, guys? Panther here, your coach of the Carolina Clefables, and this week we are bringing you our LBC Week 7 battle against Max and his Tasmanian Toxicroaks. So Max has a pretty offensive team, as you can see up on the screen, minus the Tangrowth, really. He has the Metagross, which really has a pretty decent matchup against my team. Probably his most threatening mon versus me, if I'm being completely honest. Lander aside, that's Sand Force. Not too concerned about the Lando Eye. Mega Diancie. I have a pretty good check to Mega Diancie in my Empoleon. Kangaskhan, which I did not expect to come. I was expecting more like the Mandibuzz or something like that. He has a Dragonite, which is pretty threatening, and then Tangrowth. So just right here at word go, it looks like his only options for hazard removal are the Landorus. So I want to try to get my rocks up as soon as possible because I really don't think that thing's going to be carrying the Defog. Unless he leads like Mega Diancie. So I guess that's fair. Empoleon is my rocker in this game. But I'm not going to lead with my Empoleon in case he leads with the Metagross or just straight off with like Kangaskhan or something like that just to threaten me out. So I decided actually to lead with my Landorus because I think Landorus gives me the optimal matchup of the word go. I can threaten the Metagross. I can threaten the Mega Diancie. I can just pivot on the Tangrowth if necessary. So I've got a Scarf Lando, an SD, Mega Glade, Spadef Empoleon, bulkier Hydreigon, just a fat defensive Wish Pass, Sylveon, and then SV Scolipede, which is my primary win con. SV Scolipede with Bugginium Z. You can come watch if you want. You can come up here. So, looks like I got a special guest here in this one, actually. This is my daughter, Riley, who's just really taking a big liking to Pokemon. Sit up a little bit. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into the battle here. So like I said, I'm going to lead off with my Landorus. Let me move this down just a little bit so you can see her too. So yeah. So we're going to lead off with Landorus, which is that one right there. And so, yep, there's our Choice Scarf Landorus out on the field now, as he actually leads with the Kangaskhan. So, fair enough, I really don't think this thing's going to be Scarf or anything like that, so I'm just going to go ahead and click the U-turn right here, turn 1. I know he's most likely just going to go for the Fake Out, so is what it is. He's going to go for the Fake Out, and he actually crits me here, turn 1. So, it doesn't really give me a great option for trying to figure out what type of set he is. So, I'm just going to go ahead and U-turn here, and I'm not thinking it's Silk Scarf or anything like that. It could potentially be like Z-Move. I'm just going to go ahead and go out into my Empoleon in case he's like Ice Punch, but he's actually good tech. He's Ice Beam instead. So that's some good prep there. So like I said earlier in the team prep, just want to go ahead and get my rocks up as soon as possible. Force that Landorus to defog if he wants to do that. As he goes out into Tangrowth. And Tangrowth is pretty annoying for my team. As you can see, I struggle immediately breaking it. But I do have a Hydreigon, which I feel like can switch into anything that this thing wants to throw out. If he wants to knock off Hydreigon to the mon, I won't get knocked. And he goes for the knockoff here, so fair enough. Now, I just kind of want to see what this thing is. I want to see if it's defensive. I think he's probably going to be a defensive Rocky Helmet set. So I'm just going to fire off the big D-Pulse here, and that definitely tells me that he's AV. Goes for the Focus Blast, and he actually does connect, and that does some big damage to my Hydreigon. So now I have an option. I can stay in, try to roost up, aim for the dodge, but I feel like it's easier just for me to go into my Sylveon here to take the Focus Blast, as he actually makes a good play here and goes into the Mega Diancie. So maybe he was predicting the roost there, or maybe even like the Fire Blast or something like that. So that covered all of his bases there. So he's made a good play there. So I'm going to go out into my check for this, which is my Empoleon, as he actually takes this opportunity to set up a Calm Mind. And Calm Mind Mega Diancie is very scary for my team, as you can see, especially if he's like Calm Mind Rock Polish. Now, if he's Calm Mind Rock Polish, Moonblast, and like Earth Power, that could really be pretty threatening to my team because I don't have Protect on Scully. So I have no reason not to fire off a Scald here. Just going to go ahead and shoot shoot the Scald off. And just try to do as much damage as I can to this Diancie, or try to get a burn on one of these mobs coming in. So Don't want my Shuka popped or knocked, so just going to switch out here on my Empoleon. And that just tells me Empoleon's that much more important. So going to my Sylveon here so I can actually try to set up a Wish. As he makes a good prediction, goes for the Sludge Bomb. But as you can see, that's not doing anything to Sylveon, which is definitely one of the best evolutions that there is. You got something to say? No? So he goes into Metagross, which is his best Sylveon answer. Sylveon, I'm mono hyper voice, so it can't touch this. But I do throw up a Wish here, so I have the option of Wish passing. So I'm actually going to Wish pass into my Empoleon, thinking he'll probably predict me to try to pass into my Hydreigon. I don't want to risk Hydreigon. So I'm going to go out into my Empoleon. As he makes a play that actually covers everything, goes for the Hammer Arm, as that does a lot of damage. But we are going to receive the Wish, and the Wish is going to take us up to a nice amount of HP here on this thing now too. So now I can threaten this thing with a Scald, or I have the option to make a double switch here. And I'm going to go ahead and go out into my Mega Glade on the what I predicted to be Earthquake. I can SD, Drain Punch if I wanted to. I can Knock if I wanted to. It gives me options. I need damage on this thing for just a little bit of damage for Scolipede. I need some information on the set. So we know he's Rocks and Hammer Arm here at this time. I'm just going to go for the Knock here, see if he's Shuka. I want to get rid of that thing for Scolipede. As he actually reveals to be Rocky Helm, which tells me this thing's bulky. Goes for the Toxic, misses. So this gives me gives me a big opportunity here. Tells me that's his best move to hit me with. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire up a big SD here. And because as you can see, Glade's a big problem for this team. He's going to hit the Toxic this time, so very unfortunate that he missed first time, as now we're +2. Although we are poisoned, we do have Heal Bell on Sylveon, so I'm okay with getting poisoned. So he's going to go Protect. He's Toxic Protect Metagross with Mono Hammer Arm. So that tells me he can't touch my Sylveon either, and I can slowly chip this thing down. So Sylveon can take this on. And yeah, something's going to die here. He goes for the Double Protect. I'm going to go for the Drain Punch. And if he wants to give me Metagross, I'm A-okay with that. So let's just go ahead and knock out the Metagross. And that gets rid of that thing right off the bat. So down it goes. Down it goes. And Glade's in. So Max actually makes a play here. He goes out into Diancie. And he just lays it on the table and says, let's make this a speed tie. I thought about this for a long time, and I was like, all right, let's go. You did this, let's go, let's go. So I stay in, click Drain Punch, and we actually win the speed tie, knock out the Mega Diancie. So I don't know if he was max speed. I'm guessing he was probably max speed and wanted to, he just wanted to go out to it and say, all right, let's go, let's risk this. So yeah, so we win that speed tie, and down goes Diancie, and we're in really good shape here with a +2 Glade in front of everything. Goes on to Landorus. This actually can't kill me with Earthquake if he's Choice Scarfed, and he's just going to U-turn out. I clicked Ice Punch because Ice Punch actually kills everything, especially with rocks up. So go for the Ice Punch. It's going to kill this Kangaskhan. It doesn't matter if I crit it, which I did, but definitely knocked that thing out through the crit. So down goes the Kangaskhan, and Captain Insano takes no prisoners, as you can see here. So down goes the Kangaskhan. He goes right back out into the Landorus, and I wanna save this thing because it still threatens his team, and I can wish it back up or Heal Bell it later. So I'm gonna go out into my Landorus now in case he wants to click Earthquake, as he just clicks the U-turn and U-turns right on out on my Landorus. But we're going to be able to do the same if he goes out in the Tangrowth on the following turn. If he wants to go out in the Dragonite, his multi-skill's broken, and I can HP Ice it twice so it can't Dragon Dance on me. The only thing that's going to threaten me is if he's like Banded E-Speed or something like that, which if he is, if he's Banded E-Speed, I can go out into Empoleon. The following turn, click Ice Beam. I have some options. So I'm going to go and click the HP Ice as he D-dances. So now he can E-Speed here, but the E-Speed's actually a roll. But if he's E-Speed, he's D-Dance, E-Speed, probably Fly Z, and an Earthquake is what I would be guessing. But he does not have the E-Speed, as we're able to kill the Dragonite there. And now he's going to go out into the Tangrowth, and I have no reason not to go out into my Scolipede here, and unless he's just something wild. Yeah, he shouldn't be able to kill this, as he actually goes for a raw ancient power here, and a bit scary, not gonna lie, because I don't want this thing to start boosting up. But Bugsy actually is gonna give me a kill here, so I'm just gonna be able to click the Bugsy. And there's Buginium Z coming off from Scolipede here. Shiny Scolipede looks amazing. And yeah, Dark. This I cut off the nicknames. This thing's name was supposed to be named after my boy Darkrai, Rise of Darkrai. And yeah, I just forgot to add the other part. But yeah, so there's the Bugsy. There's Scolipede going and cutting the cocoon, and down goes the Tangrowth, which is a pretty big annoyance for my team. And I'm +1 now, but I don't really have anything to hit this Landorus with, so I want to try to preserve as much differential as I can. I want to buy, and there's a couple teams that are close to me, so I want to try to preserve the 6-0 if possible. So I'm going to pivot out into Landorus here, see what he wants to go for. If he wants to go for EQ, what exactly? What does he want to try for? So I get to Intimidate off as he goes for the Stone Edge, and he connects it. We actually live that though, so now this tells me, I know he's Scarf at this point. I can just go out into my Empoleon, cleanly take the Stone Edge from this thing. There's no way it's going to be able to knock me out, even with like double back-to-back crits. And we're just going to be able to fire off an Ice Beam and pick up a nice 6-0 victory here over Max in Week 7 of the LBC. So we have one more game next week. Depending on Skyrander's results from his Week 7 game, I may just forfeit that game completely because there's a high chance I play him in the playoffs. If I forfeit, I assure the round 1 bye for myself, so it's like a win-win situation for me if Moxie's able to come through and keep his differential under control here in their battle. So you may get a video next week, you may not. I will try to address that in my BBL video. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the battle here today. Thought it was a really good one. Obviously, you know, if Max would have had some things go differently, like that speed tie with Mega Diancie, this wouldn't have been a 6-0 or anything like that. So Max is a solid battler. Don't let the score of this one fool you. He's having a good season here so far as well. But yeah, guys, I'm out. That's it for this one. I'll address what happens with the Week 8 game, which is the final regular season game, in my BBL battle video, hopefully for you guys, because we may end up being off for Week 8 and then the round 1 bye. Hopefully that's how it works out. Hopefully I don't have to like actually try in Week 8 and try against a guy that I may play in playoffs. So, but yeah, I'm out, guys. Thank you for the support. We'll see you next time.